What if Issei was on us voldigoad? Part 3. I declare war on you and all of your undead soldiers, Sir Zex said in anger. As Sir Zex was pissed, because he was still reminded how Hades killed his sister. As Issei said Sir Zex, if you want to kill Hades, you're gonna need my power. You're gonna need my power to kill Hades. I will grant you the power to end the life of Hades. Sir Jax thought that he didn't know Issei was on those voldigoad, so he just thought that he was getting some boosted gear power. He thought he was getting some Red Dragon Emperor power. As when Sir Zex got this power, he felt strong, like his magic reserves were like 100. He got 100 times magic reserves, strength, speed, durability, and etc. He literally had the power to destroy a planet now. As Hades says, do your worst. But before Sir Zex charges at Hades and his undead soldiers, Sir Zex telepathically speaks to all the devils in hell. Devils, my fellow servants, get your gear up, get your armor up, because of the sins of Hades, for what if Hades has caused, there will be another holy war. This war will be so catastrophe that you will need all of your armors and all of the durability you will get so you won't die in this war. As all the devils said, yes, my king. As Hades said, do your worst. As all 5 billion of his undead troops were marching on the earth, as they were marching to the area Hades was, as magic portals appeared around the whole entire earth itself, as those were all the devils in hell. As Hades said, charge at Sir Zex, give me the head of Sir Zex. As Hades says, I don't care if you have Anos Voldigoad, the demon king of tyranny, on your side. Kill him to get his head. Then once I get his body, I'll absorb all of his power. As Hades said, as the devils, as Sir Zex commanded his devil army, charge at the undead soldiers while I'll go for Hades and kill him and take his head. As the devils went against the undead soldiers, as they took most of them out. But some undead soldiers had wings. Yes, they had the wings of fallen angels. It was just another one of Hades' abilities. He can change their race too, of the undead soldiers. He can change the race of the undead soldiers. He just can't change them into a dragon, but he can change them into any race. As some of the devils had a hard time killing them. As more devils were killed than more of the undead soldiers, as Sir Zex and Hades were fighting each other. As they were both equal ground, both of these two had the power to destroy the planet itself, the Earth. As this war was so bad that the Earth looked like a volcano itself. As lava was erupting, it looked like Judgment Day from religious text. As then Sir Zex went for the kill, as he used his strongest ball of destruction that covered the whole planet, as he shot it at Hades. And if you kill Hades, since he's the main source of all the undead, you kill all of his undead minions die. As this ball of destruction was as big as the planet. This was the most powerful ball of destruction he has ever did in his very life. And not even his past self can hope to make a ball of destruction this big. As he shot it at Hades, at first Hades was tanking most of it. His durability was tanking it like he wasn't dying. But eventually, his body started to get erased from existence. Well, he's not getting erased, more like his body is getting destroyed. As Hades screamed out, "No! Damn you, Devil King!" Damn you, Sir Zex Lucifer, as his body got destroyed. As Hades' soul was about to retreat, but Sir Zex grabbed his soul and used his powers. He used his powers to create another realm. He used his magic to create another realm, the size of Earth itself. In this realm, sole purpose was to torture Hades, as Hades was in bondage and chains, and he was above fire, as he was dropped down into the fire, but he couldn't die. He couldn't get erased from existence. He was just stuck there for all of eternity, feeling the pain and agony. As all of the undead soldiers have died, as Sir Zex and all the devils, they're celebrating, because 3/4 of the devil army has been killed, so only 1/4 of devils exist. While the fallen angels, they're not even a part of this war, as they went to hell. The fallen angels, they teleported to hell, like to where the devils live, because they didn't want to be any part of this war, because this war was so dangerous. They saw the ball of destruction that Sir Zex shot up, and they got scared, even Azazel himself, because he saw how big it was. It was as big as the entire Earth itself. It was like Sir Zex had the power of Christian God himself, Kaido. Yes, it's not gonna be like, no, it's not Christian God, the Shinto God Kaido, because I'm Christian, so yeah, I'm not gonna add him for the sake of the story into the DxD verse. It was as powerful as the Shinto God Kaido himself. So they did not want any smoke from Sir Zex or Hades. These beings fight. And when Sir Zex shot this ball, all the gods were killed too from the mere pressure of this ball. All the gods were killed. So yeah, as all of the devils were celebrating, but then a loud roar was heard. Nobody knew what it was, not even Sir Zex, but Issei, or should I say honest voldigoad, knew what this was. He hasn't heard it in a very long time. It was Diablo. Diablo, the supposed embodiment of destruction, as he was released onto the earth, as he's the beast of the apocalypse, prophesied to be the one who will destroy the world. After he was strayed from his master, as Mother Nature herself unleashed this beast to kill all the inhabitants of the earth, to kill all life on the earth because of their wars. Because this war was so great, so mighty, so damageful that it almost destroyed the world. This war, as the whole earth looked like a volcanic eruption, as the whole earth looked like hell itself. It didn't look like peaceful, it looked like hell itself. So Mother Nature unleashed this beast of apocalypse to kill all the inhabitants of the earth. As when they heard this roar, everybody was scared. Everybody was tensed up, even Sir Zex himself, as this beast started shooting energy balls from its mouth, as it erased all the devils from existence besides Sir Zex and Issei. As when Sir Zex tried to run, he didn't know what this thing was, as he tried running up at this thing, this beast. But when he tried doing that, he almost got killed from the impact, from the power this beast had, as he shot an energy ball that came out of his mouth. And his tail. An energy ball. It was like a Bijutama, but 100 times more powerful. As he shot it at Sir Zex, he almost died, as he lost an arm just from the mere impact of this ball. As Issei says, it's been a long time, Diablo. Beast of the apocalypse. Old friend, old pet. Flashback. When Issei when Issei, before the great holy war, like between the angels, fallen angels, and the devils and the gods, Issei had a pet. He had a pet, and his name was Diablo. This pet, he was different from the other races. He was neither a dragon, human, devil, angel, fallen angel, or a god. He was just an unknown beast. Issei knew what he was, knew what this being was. This being didn't come from Earth, it came from another dimension itself. But it's the only being of its kind, though, in that dimension. The rest of the race of Diablo was extinct because of some political matters in that realm, in that dimension. So Issei decided to adopt it as his pet, and Diablo loved Issei. And Issei, why am I saying Issei? Anos, voldigoad. Anos gave the pet power. He gave him power as a defense mechanism in case if someone would try to hurt it. But as the pet was happy-go-lucky. But it all started to change when, after the Great Holy War, Anos had reincarnated. The pet thought that Anos had died. So, the pet thought that Anos would have died by the gods and the angels, fallen angels, and the devils. So he declared himself to be the one that would destroy this world and all of the factions for killing his master. As now, the beast has finally returned, and a flashback. As the beast was trying to kill Xerxes, as Issei then said, "I'll have to teach you a lesson, because it appears you have forgot about me, about my presence, because if you didn't forget about my presence, you would not be trying to kill me right now." The beast, he wasn't listening to Issei, so he tried charging at Issei. As Issei shot magic ball blast, as it destroyed the beast's arms, but he regenerated. Issei knew this was gonna happen. As Issei then said, "Alright, fine. I guess I'll use 1% of my power." As Issei shot that ball, as it almost killed Diablo, as Issei teleported to Diablo and said, "Yield." Then Diablo says, "I never yield." Then Issei slapped him so hard that blood came out of his cheek. Then Diablo yielded. He put him in submission, not only with the slap, he put him in submission with his aura too. As Issei says, "Who was the one who released you?" Then Diablo says, "I'll never tell you." Then Issei slapped him with the aura slap. It was a slap that was covered in killing intent. As Diablo said, "Mother Nature has sent me here to erase all of the inhabitants of the earth for what they have done with Mother Nature, for what they have done to the earth, because they are destroying the earth from the inside." As Issei, or Anos, then teleports to Mother Nature. As Mother Nature says, "Mortal, what are you doing here? Trash, pest, virus of the earth, disgusting humans. What are you doing here?" That's what she called Issei. She called him trash. As Issei didn't even say a word, as he one-shotted her. As he threw a ball of despair aura, as he one-shotted her and killed her. Now Mother Nature is no longer a living entity, now it's a force. As Issei teleports to Xerxes and heals Xerxes. And he reveals his true form. Xerxes, now, you may be wondering who I am, because of how much power I had, as it all started from when I angered Riser and made him die and brought him back to life. You may be wondering who I was, but now I'm gonna reveal it to you. As Issei went to his true form, I am Anos Voldigoad, the demon king of tyranny, the one that killed the Shinto god Kaido and massacred the 4 other factions and the great Satans and Lucifer himself in the Great Holy War. Wait, that technically makes Lucifer my great grandson. No, back to topic. As Sir Zex was in utter shock by this, then Sir Zex began to ask, a being such as yourself, why have you reincarnated to this earth again? Why have you reincarnated? Then Issei or Anos begins to explain to him that after I basically went on a full slaughter, after I slaughtered everybody in the Great Holy War, I saw a vision of Hades and the Beast of the Apocalypse working together, and they both taken over the world. As they taken over the world, and they made it an absolute hellhole, as they restricted everyone from having their freedom, as they were in full control, as they would just kill people for no reason, put them in bondage, torture them, and even burn them if they even felt like it. And they would make the people absolutely suffer, and they would destroy all the gods, saying that I am the only god of this earth now. They were basically a whole corrupt dictatorship, and there was no hope for the people. And the worst part is, Hades made them immortal so they could suffer for all of eternity. They were in pure sadness, and they even tried killing themselves, but they couldn't. Each time they would kill themselves, Hades would just bring them back with his necromancy powers. He would give them free will so they could feel the pain of suffering. Hades just wanted to make everybody suffer and suffer again for no absolute reason. That's why I came on this earth. As Sir Zex was surprised by this revelation, and he's actually glad that he killed Hades and he's making him suffer forever and ever. As then Issei or Ano says, now that my work is done here, I must restore the earth with my power. As Anos uses his magic, and this was an S tier spell. This spell can work on a planet or a universe or multiverse or anything. This spell was called Absolute Restoration, as it restored everything back to its original state. So the earth was not looking like hell anymore. It wasn't looking like a volcanic eruption. Everything looked beautiful as flowers started to grow from the earth. And the earth looked like what it was before the war happened. It looked peaceful as flowers were all over the earth. As all the beings that have been killed by Hades, like Rias and her peerage, that were been erased from existence by Hades, were back. As they were all back into existence, as they wondered what happened. And Michael and all the angels in heaven and heaven itself has been restored back into existence. And the fallen angels were not in hell anymore because of the absolute restoration ability. It restored everything, so any being that died or has been Hades' undead soldier slave has been back to normal. They have been restored back to life, or they have been back to normal out of Hades' control. As Ano says, Sir Zex, my time on this planet is done. I've already restored everything, and I have made peace now. I made peace now, so there's no corrupt government or corrupt dictatorships. So now I shall leave this planet and maybe stay in the afterlife for all of eternity. I might just rule the afterlife. Now it's time for me to go. As Anos disappears, he just teleports, And that will be the end of this story. That will be the end of what if Issei was Ano's voldigoad. And I hope y'all like and subscribe and watch this video and share this video with your friends, bro. Please share this video because I'm really trying to grow this channel. And that will be the end for this video. Bye. Hope y'all have a nice day.